DreAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This week's motivation is called mental freedom. And we talked about freedom before, and of course we talk about the mental side of things all the time. So this week's mental freedom motivation is about the fact that a lot of stuff that we feel like we can't do or we're locked out of doing, or things that we don't even enjoy like that, but we feel we're locked into doing, most of the time is stuff that we've chosen through some either simple or complex formula of thinking. We have ourselves locked into this cage mentally, either a cage that says we can't do this or a cage that says we have to do that, and they're both situations that we don't want. So this week's mental freedom motivation means try to open your mind a little bit, unlock your mind, think about something that you've always thought you can't do because X, Y, and Z parameters are in place that are keeping you from doing it, or something that you will always have to do that you don't even like doing because A, B, and C situations are in place that are keeping you from being able to get away from doing that. And just open up your mind, free your mind a little bit, just in imagination, just for thinking. Think, what if that X, Y, Z, A, B, C didn't exist? What could you do? Just put yourself in that frame of mind. Let's just say the situation wasn't whatever you have said it is, you framed it as. Imagine that that wasn't the situation. What would you be able to do then? What could you do then? And I think what will happen with all of us is that once you start to think that way, you'll come to realize that there are ways to work around those concrete situations that we made them concrete in our mind. Those situations we made concrete in our mind and we think we can't get around. Once you open up your mind and say, let's just say that that didn't exist, what would I do? You'll realize that there are ways to go around it. There are ways to break the quote unquote glass ceilings. There are ways that you can get out of a situation you don't want to be in. You just got to let your mind think a little bit more creatively. But when we mentally, as humans, we think so much. We got these large, complex brains in our heads, the largest brains of any, most complex brains of any living thing. We think so much that we start to crystallize certain things that don't even really exist. Like, I know y'all have heard people talk about fear. Or fear doesn't exist. I'm going to get into that in a different video at a different time, different place. But a lot of the stuff, like I said, the X, Y, Z, the A, B, C, we think we can't do it or we think we stuck here. It's because we mentally have just locked into it and we never even give it a second thought once we decide something. That's what it is. That's that situation. I ain't even going to mess with it no more. But when we free our mind a little bit, let's just imagine for 2 minutes. Let's just imagine that X, Y, Z didn't exist. What would you do? What could I do? You'll realize that it ain't even nothing real stopping you from doing it. That's your motivation for the week. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Justin from Lexington, Kentucky. Be sure to work on y'all's game.